Hi there, I'm Mitchell from Brainfart Studio, and this is part 5 of my series on Git for game development. In the previous 2 videos, we looked at 2 different ways to start your repository, by either creating it yourself or by cloning an existing one. Now let's pretend you've made some changes to your project and you're ready to add those changes back to the remote repository. Here we're going to start exploring some of the most essential Git principles and terminology, and fair warning, there are a lot of them. Let's start by discussing how the process works. First, you make your changes to your local environment. Then you add these changes to what's called a staging area, and this holds all the changes you want together, but it doesn't actually save them. Then you'll want to create what's called a commit. This is a sort of save point in the project that you can go back to at any time. And finally, we'll take the commit and all the changes that we've made and make them available for everyone else by pushing them up to the remote repository. It may seem like a lot, but don't worry, I'll walk you through it step by step. Open your terminal, command prompt, or git bash and navigate to the root of your project. If you type git status and hit enter, it will show you the details of what's currently going on in your local repository. In the previous video, we created an empty Unity project and connected it to the remote repository. Here you can see the details of that. I'm currently on a branch called master, which we'll discuss more in the next video, and everything in red is some change that's recently been made. You can also see that there are some recommended commands: git add and a file name to update what will be committed, git restore and a file name to discard the changes. Let's start with git add. If I type git add and this assets directory and hit enter, the assets directory and all of its content has been added to the staging area. If I type git status again, I can see that there are now 2 sections, one showing the assets directory as being ready to be committed, and the remaining files that are not ready to be committed. If you decide you do not want to commit the assets directory, you can remove it from the staging area by using the command here, git restore -- staged, and then the assets directory. Git status again shows us that all the files are now back into not staged. If you very quickly just want to add everything to the staging area, you can use the asterisk, git add asterisk. Once you're ready to save all the staged changes, it's time to create what's called a commit. This takes everything currently in the staging area and bundles it into a single save. To do this, type git commit -m, which is short for message, and it needs to describe specifically what's in the commit. In my case, I'm going to put git commit -m add empty Unity project. Now we have our commit and all of our changes are completely saved, but only on our local computer. If anyone else is working on this project, they cannot see the changes yet. First, we have to push this commit to the remote repository. To do this, we use git push, the name of the remote repository, and the name of the branch that we are pushing to. And again, we'll discuss branches in the next video. For our purpose, we'll type origin, or whatever you named the remote repository previously, and master, since that's the branch we're working on. And once we hit enter, we'll see that those changes are being pushed to the remote repository. If you head over to GitHub or wherever your remote repository is, you should now see those changes are available for anyone else. And that's it. You now know the basics of adding your changes to a remote repository. In the next video, we'll take a look at how to get the changes other people have made from the remote repository onto your local environment. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.